Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So, we had a bit of a hiccup with yesterday's episode. There was a bit of a copyright infringement because of the whole Extreme Evo Boost animation. When you upload a video to YouTube with that animation in, even though you're kind of just playing through your own game, you get a copyright strike through it. So I went to upload the video for yesterday and woke up next morning and realized on my way to work that the video had been blocked. It had been completely taken down. So I was like, oh, come on, don't do this. So my upload times at the minute aren't the best, so it takes me quite a while. I am getting fiber optic, brand new broadband, like next week, so those problems should go away anyway. But getting back to the problem, I had to come back after work, and then thankfully there is one man out there, one man who I need to give a massive shout out to, Giovanni Costa. You guys should already know him from his Believe YouTube series that he has, which is absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best Pokemon content YouTube things going on at the minute. So I will link his channel in the description. Do go check it out because his work is phenomenal. But Gio has created his own kind of Extreme Evo Boost animation, and he kindly passed it over to me and allowed me to kind of use it in the video yesterday. So that kind of will explain a lot into why in the middle of the match there's some crazy epic animations going on, and I'm not really paying too much attention. I didn't do another recording myself of it, but that kind of explains that. So thanks again to Gio for that. That is just absolutely amazing. It saved me a lot of time with having to come up with some crazy other animation, which would have been probably me sitting here doing this and playing with like Cyndaquil or something in place of Eevee and making some absolutely terrible replacement for it. So I'm sure you're thankful to Gio as well for that. But do go check out his channel, guys. It is very good. His content's always really good. I watch it avidly, so do the same. Anyway, on to more pressing things. It's Friday. We're going to finish off the week with another episode of the School of Hard Knocks. As you're here, you know, we're playing the Hariyama, Flygon, Tapu Fini, Gigalith, Arcanine and Nihilego team. We've had 4 really good matches with the team so far. We got to feature that Flygon yesterday in that epic game at the end. If you haven't seen it already, do go back, check it out. It was a very good game, and hopefully we kind of continue on with that trend today. And find some really good opponents and keep those results coming in. So we'll just lock in with the team and we'll hop straight onto the battle spot ladder, hopefully find an opponent pretty quickly. Just to keep you guys up to date as well, so later on this evening we will have Team Leaky's team building video out, so do keep an eye out for that. Probably not be too much longer after this video was launched, so do keep an eye out for that. And the battle against Team Juice will be tomorrow on Hibiki's channel, but that'll be linked in the description in the team building video, so do check that out. Let us know, get behind Team Leaky. We need all the support we can get, and I'm sure the battle will be as good as it hopefully will be hyped up to be. We'll get into the other things later because we have our first opponent of the day, and they are running a team of Aerodactyl, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Togedemaru, Garchomp and Gyarados. So first thing first, there's that double Intimidate core there, and we can identify straight away that Nihilego hits both of them for super effective, really good damage. The only thing on this team really that's going to cause Nihilego any real problems is the Garchomp. Hitting us with that Earthquake. We need to be careful for that Aerodactyl because of its speed. Obviously has the potential to Tailwind, Skydrop and things like that, so we do need to be careful with that. But Nihilego is going to be very good here. I'm tempted to lead Nihilego and Hariyama here. We are going to need something for that Garchomp. Like Hariyama's not bad. but it means us setting the Trick Room up, which could deter the rest of the strategy. So I could even lead Flygon here. That might not be a bad idea, but I definitely do want to bring Flygon, I think, and I'm going to bring Gigalith as well as my last Pokemon. So we'll lock in with those. Plenty of time to spare, not like me, but we'll see how we get on here. The Intimidate might have been handy from the Arcanine for things like the Gyarados, the Garchomp, and things like that, but I feel like this seems a bit more direct. We don't need to rely on board positioning too much. We can just kind of set up our strategy and kind of go with it with the powerhouses that we've got in there. So we'll see how we get on. See what my opponent leads with. Right, what have we got? We've got Gyarados and Tapu Fini. So we have got the Intimidate coming out from that Gyarados straight away. We do need to be careful in regards to a Dragon Dance coming out. Obviously can Moonblast, the Fini can Moonblast my Hariyama, so that's a threat. But we've got a few options here. We can fake out into the Gyarados, stop the Dragon Dance, double into it maybe. We could set a Trick Room up, although I don't know how helpful that's going to be in this situation. We could also go for a Helping Hand Sludge Bomb into that Tapu Fini, but out of everything that's on the field at the minute, I think the Fini is probably the one thing that is going to protect possibly. So I'm just going to play it safe here. I'm going to go for a fake out into the Gyarados. I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb into that Tapu Fini, get some damage off onto it. So we see the Gyarados just protect, so we could have went for the Helping Hand. We'll see what this Tapu Fini goes for. We will get the Sludge Bomb. Does put it in range to take it out next turn. We just see a Muddy Water, so both Pokemon able to take that though. And no accuracy drops, which is really, really nice. Now a Flame Orb isn't going to be activated, but because of the Misty Terrain, but it doesn't matter too much. Now what we can do is go for a Helping Hand, get rid of this Gyarados, Helping Hand, Power Gem, and that should ensure the KO onto the Gyarados before it's able to do anything. Because both Pokemon should be able to take another Muddy Water comfortably from that Tapu Fini, but it just protects, so that's fine, and the Power Gem should be enough to take out this Gyarados. And on top of that, we'll get a Beast Boost, which will be super nice. But we do need to be careful because the Garchomp's likely to come in here, which isn't ideal at all. Because we can't protect fully against the Tectonic Rage that would be coming out onto it. I'm pretty sure it will be the Garchomp, yeah. There we go, there it is. So the Tech Rage is definitely, I think, going to be into that Nihilego slot. Now we could forego the Beast Boost that we've just got. Thing is with bringing Flygon in is that we can't hit that Garchomp for super effective damage with the Draco because of the Misty Terrain being up on the field. So we could just go for just a close combat into the Garchomp and protect our Nihilego. Actually, I'm not going to protect it. I'm just going to switch it out into the Flygon here because I just want to waste. I'd rather waste the Tectonic Rage than even protect. And, you know, there's every chance that the Nihilego may go down to it even through the protect. So we see the Tapu Fini switch out, Aerodactyl come in. And fingers crossed. If it doesn't go for the Tech Rage, it could potentially be Scarf Garchomp. So do see the Earthquake come out. No Tectonic Rage. Does hit the Hariyama for good damage. Do get the close combat off onto the Garchomp though. Do some decent damage to it. I wonder if it's in Draco Meteor range now. Probably is. But the problem is with that is that if we Draco into it and the Garchomp switches out for possibly the Tapu Fini. So we could Earth Power into it. That could be an option. I think Earth Powering into it is a smarter option here rather than the Draco. So I'm just going to do that. And preserve Hariyama for later on in the match because that Fake Out could still come in handy. And we'll bring in Gigalith. Garchomp Protect, so it isn't choice locked. And we see a Tailwind. Right, okay. So I'm just going to protect my Gigalith here. And I'm going to go for another Earth Power into the Garchomp. The Aerodactyl's probably going to go for a Sky Drop or just a Rock Slide for the flinch chance. We'll probably see maybe a Tech Rage this turn from the Garchomp into that Gigalith slot. And that was the reason behind protecting this turn with it. Because we've got to presume that the Garchomp does have that. So there's the Rock Slide from the Aerodactyl. And we're going to see the Z move. No Z move. Which is fine. As long as we're not flinched here, we'll be alright. And there's the flinch, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm just going to Wide Guard here to get around that Rock Slide. Make sure that we get the Earth Power off. But that Garchomp's got to have the Ground EMZ, right? There's the Wide Guard. It should block the Rock Slide that'll come out from the Aerodactyl. Yeah. And hopefully this turn isn't the turn that we see the Tectonic Rage. Yeah, it is. So my opponent playing it really well, kind of keeping it right until the moment where he can take advantage of that. And this will probably take the Gigalith down. We do get the Earth Power. I don't think this is going to be enough to take the Garchomp out though. No. Just slightly unfortunate. I could bring in Nihilego here. So there's one more turn of Tailwind to go. So I'll just protect Nihilego this turn. I'll go for another Earth Power into the Garchomp. And as long as we don't flinch, we should be picking up the KO onto it. So I'd imagine it'll protect the next turn for an Aerodactyl to then set up another Tailwind. The problem then is that the Aerodactyl is probably sashed, so we're not going to be able to just cleanly take it out in one shot with the Nihilego. Garchomp protects this turn. Okay. I don't mind that too much, to be honest. Because the Tailwind's going to run out this turn. And we're going to get the opportunity to kill the Garchomp now with the Earth Power. There's a Tailwind, it's gone. So, tell you what we could do, because it's probably going to go for a Tailwind again. So let's go for a Trick Room here. and go for an Earth Power onto the Garchomp. Because I'd imagine that's what the Aerodactyl will do here. And the Garchomp withdraws, so in comes the Finny. We'll get the Misty Terrain up. There's the Earth Power. So let's fingers crossed we see a Tailwind. There's the Tailwind. Excellent. So we've caught my opponent out there, which is pretty nice. There's a Trick Room. Sandstorm subsided. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go for a Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Fini. I'm going to switch out my Flygon into my Hariyama here. Hopefully Hariyama's got enough health to take a Rock Slide from the Aerodactyl. It should do. It should do. It resists it. It's pretty bulky. If it doesn't, then at least it means we can get Flygon in and we can kind of lock into a different move. Yeah. But we kind of want to utilize the fake out to... So the Tapu Fini protects here. Just going to see a Rock Slide probably from this as a Sludge Bomb into that protect. And the Sky Drop. Hariyama too heavy to... So this works out perfectly now. So we can go for a Sludge Bomb into that Finny and go for a Fake Out into the Aerodactyl. Break the Sash, put it in a position to get KO'd by that Power Gem. And we should be able to close out the game now, hopefully. So yeah, in comes the Garchomp. Break the Sash on the Aerodactyl. Get the Sludge Bomb into the Garchomp. That is enough to take it out, which is brilliant. Get the Beast Boost. Aerodactyl flinched. So the Tapu Fini will come in now. I think this turn what I'm going to do is just go for a knockoff onto the Finny with my Hariyama, get rid of that leftovers. Every likelihood that Tapu Fini protects though this turn, and I'm just going to go for a Power Gem into the Aerodactyl, take that down. So we haven't seen Protect come out from it yet. So I imagine the Finny will probably protect this turn. May not though, but we took a Muddy Water earlier in the match with the Nihilego, so we should be able to take another one. The knockoff's not going to take out the Tapu Fini, but it'll put it in range, and then it takes away its recovery option as well there. So no Protect coming out from the Fini though. We do knock off the leftovers, which is nice. Get the Power Gem into the Aerodactyl. This should pick up the kill. Yeah, brilliant. We get another Beast Boost. And there's just a Muddy Water come out from the Finny. So hopefully no accuracy drops here. We will be able to get the Flygon in now. Still going to be really close. No accuracy drops, which is really lucky. And the Tailwind Pitter's out. But I think that Finny is probably in range from either attack from either of my mons. Either the Nihilego or the Flygon. So we should be alright. So I will just lock in with a Sludge Bomb and an Earth Power, and that should be game. There's the Muddy Water. Nihilego avoids. Oh, so fortunate. There's an accuracy drop, but thankfully because of that miss, we are able to pick up a KO with the Sludge Bomb, and Nihilego cleans the game. So very good game to my opponent there. difficult manoeuvring around late game when that tailwind went up with the Aerodactyl, but we managed to do it. And I think the turning point there was definitely the Trick Room. When we got that up with the Nihilego, called the tailwind on my opponent, really kind of put us in a much better position to kind of get a grip of the last stages of the match. So, alright, and we'll look for our next opponent. So, I saved the video, never mind. The main thing is no EV Extreme Evo Boost in that episode, that little match, so it doesn't mean there's going to be any copyright infringements there. So, but we're doing alright. So what we're going to go with music wise, let's just stick with League Title Defense. I do like that one, it's very fun, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to find the next opponent. So what we're going to do next week, guys, is we're going to continue playing this team. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Do let me know if you are, if you've got any questions about it. But we'll play it into next week as well, and we'll see what happens at the end of next week. We might even take it into there, but that's by the by, because we have our next opponent now, and they are running a team of Weavile, Alolan Raichu, Garchomp, Talonflame, Pheromosa, and Tapu Koko. So, super hyper offensive team, really fast paced. If we can get a Trick Room up here, it's gonna really help us out a lot. Because once the Trick Room's up and we got Gigalith in, there's not really a lot my opponent can do. We still have to be careful with that Garchomp, of course, but other than that, we would be looking pretty good. Now, what am I going to do here? Nihilego's really nice here, especially with the Hariyama. Though we do need to be careful because my opponent has 2 Fake Out users that are both faster than Hariyama. So that's something we do need to be careful of. Arcanine could be very good here, just for the Intimidate support. Let's think. I think what I'm going to do is lead Hariyama. No, I'm not. Hariyama, Flygon, Nihilego, and Gigalith. Should I lead Gigalith? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with this. It's a bit weird. Like I say, it might have been better bringing the Arcanine and Finny for the Misty Terrain, but surprise factor of the Flygon alone might get us through this, so we may not need it. I think what we've got to try and focus down on is getting rid of possibly the Tapu Koko if we can, or the Garchomp early on, and then it makes it a lot easier for Nihilego to kind of operate later in the game. So we see my opponent lead off with the Talonflame and the Weavile. We'll lead off with our Hariyama and our Flygon. So, what are we going to do here? Just trade Fake Outs and just go for the Fake Out onto the Talonflame, and I think I'm going to go for a U-turn, my Flygon into the Weavile, break the sash that's potentially there, and just switch something else in, like the Gigalith. So there's a Fake Out from the Weavile, Fake Out and into the Hariyama, and we're just going to see a Supersonic Sky Strike, probably into the Hariyama to be honest, just to get rid of it, but it may be into the Flygon, but I would think Flygon would probably be able to take this. I might eat my words here, but it is into that poor Hariyama, and I don't think we're going to be surviving this. So Hariyama will go down. Not ideal. Do go for the U-turn, break the sash on that Weavile, and I'm going to bring in Gigalith here. Am I going to bring in Gigalith? Yeah, because I want to preserve the sash on the Nihilego. And I'll bring the Flygon back in, I think. Because we could go for a Draco Meteor onto the Talonflame, although, Nihilego is probably better to bring in here, and then it can actually set the Trick Room up. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and we'll go for the Trick Room now. like we said in team preview, if we can get the Trick Room up, Gigalith's going to be a boss here. So we'll just go for that. We'll go for the Trick Room with the Nihilego, and I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide with Gigalith. Do need to be careful still, because if that Garchomp comes in, we've not really got a lot between Nihilego and Gigalith to take down the Garchomp very easily, so it would be something we need to be careful of. But hopefully we don't see a Taunt come out from the Talonflame or the Weavile onto Nihilego and we get the Trick Room up. And what would be even better is if that Talonflame goes for a Tailwind in this situation. So we see a Throat Chop and a Taunt. Okay. So it's a nice play from my opponent. He's shutting down the Trick Room there. But we will be able to clear the field, both the Talonflame and the Weavile, with our Gigalith. But no Trick Room. Just not brilliant. And what are we going to see? Are we going to see the Garchomp and maybe the Pheromosa come in here? It could quite possibly be what we see. But it's a Tapu Koko. And is it going to be Pheromosa or Garchomp? And Raichu. Okay. Do not mind this one little bit. So. There's obviously the threat of a Fake Out coming out from the Raichu. But I think. I'm not going to switch out my Nihilego because I want to. If I bring my, if I do bring my Flygon back in, I want it to be as fresh as possible. So I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Koko slot, and I'm going to go for a Continental Crush into the Raichu to try and get rid of it. Because at the moment, that's the only thing that's threatening my Flygon when it comes onto the field. So do see that. See a Grass Knot into the Gigalith though. Alright, so we can take that. We'll get a Sludge Bomb into this Tapu Koko, which may be enough to take it down. And that might be enough to win us the match. Yeah, so Tapu Koko goes down. Probably expecting a Protect onto the Nihilego there, but like I say, I didn't mind losing it to bring in the Flygon at this point. And we can just double into the Raichu now. It's not known ever to really have spread moves, so we're going to get at least one attack off. And we'll go for that Continental Crush and the Sludge Bomb. But the thing is though, we couldn't have protected with Nihilego that last turn, because we were taunted. So whether my opponent thought that I'd maybe switch into the Flygon, but then Dazzling Gleam would have been, it's tough in that situation, whatever you do. So we just see the Raichu go for a Psychic onto my Nihilego. It does take it down, but we are going to get this Continental Crush off with our big bad Gigalith, and this should close the game out now. And it does pick up the KO, so a nice quick easy win there. A lot quicker than the last game, but good game to my opponent there, and we'll wrap things up there, guys. I think that's it for this week. We're going to have a break over the weekend. As I said earlier in the week, I am away commentating. I'll be on my way up there now as this is going on, commentating at the Birmingham Regional this weekend, so that is going to be a lot of fun. If you've got any time over the weekend, do tune in to the stream. It'll be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a really great event, and if you do, definitely give me some feedback. Let me know how I do. I'm always looking to improve. If there's stuff that you don't like what I'm doing, or if there's stuff that you like that I'm doing, let me know. Either way, it's always nice to hear what you guys think of it anyway. But we're going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. It's always a pleasure for you guys. Have an absolutely amazing weekend. Take care of yourselves, whatever you're doing. And until Monday, when we'll be back with another episode of School Hard Knocks with this team on our unbeaten run at the minute. I'm probably jinxing it now, so touch wood. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday with that. We'll have our doubles Battle Spot series on Tuesday, QR code Wednesday, doubles Battle Spot Thursday, and then School of Hard Knocks Friday. And then in between that, we're going to have all the NBL stuff. So do tune in for that team building episode later on this evening, and the actual match against Team Juice tomorrow on Hibiki's channel. So guys, take care of yourselves. Thanks so much as always, and until then, I'll see you later. So, bye bye.